I just wanted to know you love cannabis and how do you intersect that with dance or like different styles, music?
I think for me personally, I use cannabis a lot of different reasons other than like just getting high, you know?
Yeah.
So one of those could be like, why can't I just take my skills, marketing, event planning, why can't I do that in the cannabis industry, which is a legal industry? Attending is basically, you're like a sales associate in a dispensary, and I get clients from young 21-year-old college students to like aunties in their 70s. I would say the science of cannabis research is slowly coming out. Some of the things that researchers have found out so far is that cannabis has, at the end of the day, we're all patients of cannabis.
Hi everyone, welcome back to Hills Media Podcast. Today we have an incredible guest with us. Hi Stella, how are you?
Hi, how's it going?
It's going great. Thank you for being on the show. I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about your multi-talented personality, I've heard. So I know you're a dancer and I've heard you're a flow artist and a cannabis connoisseur. So do you just want to explain how you balance all of it? Like, how do you get the time? Like,
Yeah. Well, I would say I get the time because I make the time for it.
Yeah.
You know, these are all like hobbies and passions that I just really love doing because it brings joy to me. So, like I'm a dancer. I've been dancing like Bollywood Kathak since like I don't know, I was in elementary school, and then it kind of like grew into me just like loving all types and different forms of dance. So I've just been cultivating that. And then in 2020, I became I started learning flow art through like festivals that I went to in college. And so I picked up a hula hoop and I started just dancing with the hula hoop. And that's kind of what got me into the flow art scene. And then, I've just always been a fan of cannabis, and I've been a cannabis user for quite some time. So I think I took it a step beyond like being a stoner, meaning like I went into it, I went into the cannabis. I took it a step further by going into the cannabis industry and really dedicating my life to like what I think is a pretty important cause. So. Yeah,
you sound like you're doing a lot and I have a lot going on, so congrats on that. But I just wanted to know how you intersect. For example, you said you love cannabis, and how do you intersect that with dance or like different styles, music, and how does that like flow into like different hobbies that you do right now that you mentioned?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think for me personally, I use cannabis for like a lot of different reasons other than like just getting high, you know?
Yeah.
So one of those could be like me opening up my mind to creative processes. So I feel like in general, I tend to have a lot of anxiety, a lot of like self-doubt, which for a while stopped me from like taking part in the things I love doing, like dance, or like making time for like picking up a new hobby, you know? Like I feel like in my childhood I was taught that like the smartest way to use your time is to like work hard, so you can go to a good school, so you can get a good job, so you can have a family and take care of yourself and all that. And I kind of had to unlearn that mentality a little. And kind of become okay with, I don't know, me and my own desires. And smoking weed helps me do that. It helps me calm my own mind, calm my own anxieties, and then like free flow without any mental blockers.
Yeah, of course. Do you think you broke stereotypes like kind of diving into this field, or did you just like happen to stumble in this entire different universe in cannabis uses?
Yeah, I think stereotypes is a pretty, like, it's a strong but relevant word, because like stoners have a stereotype of being like lazy or I don't know, like unproductive. They see people have a stereotype of being like very put together, very grinding 9 to 5. And I think I'm Desi and I'm a stoner, but I don't think I'm any of those other things that I just described. It really just started with like a experimental mindset, you know, when you're in college, high school, you just want to try new things, and a friend will mention something and you're like, oh, that sounds cool, let me try it, which is exactly what I did. And through there, or since then, it's been like a relationship that I've had with cannabis throughout my schooling years, up until now, where I think I use it in a very like structured way. It's not so much like, oh, I'm getting high to, you know, just fuck off and like, sorry, excuse my language, but like, you know, like ignore my problems. If anything, it's like quite the opposite. Like, I think we were talking about like spiritual journeys and how that coincides with like people's cannabis use. And that's definitely been a huge intersection with I don't know, like manifestation and just thinking of things that I want to do, and having cannabis as a way to like set a playing field where I feel like I can actually do it.
No, that makes sense. And since you mentioned spirituality now, I want to dive deep into that a little. Like, how do you manage to, so let me put it this way. Did spirituality come first for you, or was it like, oh, I'm exploring weed, I'm exploring the uses of cannabis, it's helping me, so is there a relation to spirituality? Was that your thought process, or how did it all start for you?
Wow, that's a really fun, cool question. Yeah, I think for me, spirituality came first. Only because in my culture, in my family, like Hinduism is very important. So I grew up with this idea that there's like beings outside of us that are like helping us get to what we need to. And I think the two worlds of like my spiritual journey and my cannabis journey were separate at first. So like, you know, like I said, I was in high school. I'm totally outing myself right now, but I was in high school when I first started smoking. And since high school to like college, it was like a escape. I was using it as escapism, which many people and young people who start smoking,
that's how they start off it.
Exactly. It's like it's a form of escapism from whatever family troubles you're going through. But as I got to college, into 2020, into COVID, so like college happened, I was still kind of using it as an escapism method, and then I had friends who would also consume, so we would consume together, do fun stuff together. And then COVID hit, and I had to go back home. Like, I couldn't continue college in school. We had to obviously go home. And I got like very bored in that period of time, so I was also consuming cannabis in that time, but also facing the feeling of like loneliness. And isolation. And somehow in that period of time, like as I was consuming, as I was feeling all these feelings, I don't know, like I just, questions started coming up. Like, what does it even mean to be Hindu? What does it even mean? Like, who is Ganesh? Like, why am I
what's
being,
the purpose?
Exactly. Why am I being fed all this information? What does that actually have to do with me? And then from there, this was around the time I was like 20, that's when I started kind of alchemizing cannabis consumption with learning and creativity and self-exploration. And I think since then, literally, it's been like that's kind of where it's gone.
That sounds like a great blend of a lot of concepts with like spirituality, because it's a very intersectional concept. And then, for example, we have cannabis uses in a lot of cultures, like in written in manuscripts. So
Right.
it's pretty cool how you kind of try to associate them, I guess.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Yeah, and that's the thing too that I love about cannabis in general is like, and there's like, basically there's a lot, the more you learn, the more you find out, and the more questions you have, the more you want to keep finding out. So ever since like those first couple questions I had, that just like exploded into like just learning so much. And kind of forgot what you said before, but like
so I was going to mention about how you were talking about alchemism briefly. So I don't know anything about it, and for people like me, how do you describe it? Like, it's a very niche concept. Not a lot of people just have social media knowledge about it, like out there. So how do you describe it? Like,
so I do describe myself more recently now, but as a alchemist. And I guess the like core definition of alchemy is like it's a pseudoscience, so it's taking one substance and creating it into another. So there's the story of the guy who like turns, I think it's like wheat into gold.
Really?
Okay. And then the other part of the concept that like where I found this concept and why I resonated with it is this book called The Alchemist, which I also read in 2020 around that COVID my spiritual awakening period. Because, you know, I don't read books, but for whatever reason I was compelled to read this book, and it really put into perspective like how a fool, like a somebody who's like player one, how their journey is like the destination, you know, like how your journey, and if there's like some specific thing you want to do, how that core desire can manifest like different signs that the universe will like show you over time that may not make sense to you in the moment, but like if you just like follow your gut and like trust that sign, then you end up getting to where you are. Or sorry, you get to your goal, but it's only once you like turn around and look at the path that you've taken that you're like, whoa,
that kind
I've reached my, you know, goal.
My destination,
Exactly.
If I understand it correctly, is it something like, oh, like it's within you, you manifest it, nobody else is doing it for you. And then you're just seeing, your vision changes, like you're seeing signs, you chose to see signs in the universe out there. So.
That's literally, I think exactly it is like looking within yourself as your starting point, as your end point, as your soul creator, like looking at yourself as like your own, I don't know, God in a way, like you, I don't know.
That's a lot of power in your hands though.
But in a way that's like, the power is in your hands. You make your own universe, and like, I feel like that's why I'm where I'm at today, because I just really honed in on what I want for myself and dropped out the other external forces. Yeah, exactly. And cannabis helps me do that, you know?
No, I love that spirit. And talking about cannabis more in your life, like how did you start the idea of, who planted that seed in your brain saying, oh, like you should maybe consider this for monetary purposes, or just like move your passion into making money or be an entrepreneur? How did that whole thing start for you?
Right. That's a great question. I think there's a lot of little factors over time that kind of
bundled up for you.
And like either subconsciously or consciously like pushed me that way. Partially because of my own fruition. I just knew that like the cannabis industry, because of my own interests, I would like, you know, read news articles about
so it's literally your curiosity, like
it is my curiosity. And then once I started seeing that the cannabis industry, at least in the US,
yeah.
is projected to like be very, very profitable.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, hey, okay. I mean, y'all want me to make money. I want to make money.
Yeah.
Let's go there. But at the same time, it's like there's a core passion behind it, which is that it's not that I just like smoking it. It's the like the incremental effects, benefits that I get because I'm in the community in the first place.
Yeah, I'm sure you see those benefits making you more responsible in your lifestyle, and I'm sure that happens, because why else would you dive into a whole business doing this? But I love that, and you're doing something different from the general. It's very niche and it's growing, so but kudos to that. I love your idea.
Thank you.
But talking more about that, when we're talking about benefits and more about the maybe like the medicinal benefits, or more coming to the recreational benefits, so how do you distinguish them, and how do you kind of know where to draw the line?
Yeah, so the thing that is fun about cannabis is that it has the psychoactive property, which is why people like to use it all the time as like a social, like relieving stressor, For me, I like to block my time, for specific reasons why I'm using cannabis, It could be me smoking with my friends because we're just relaxing. It could be me consuming a joint right before like a dance session because I just want to like open up a little bit. But I guess talking about like the medicinal and scientific part of like how it actually affects your body, there's been like recent research that's continuously coming out. And one point is that we as humans have something called a endocannabinoid system.
What's that called again?
It's an endocannabinoid system.
Got it.
And it's basically this regulatory system in our body that has like R1 and R2 receptors. Exactly. And so R1 kind of manages your internal functions, and R2 is your like outer functions. So cannabis, like the compounds in cannabis, for example, THC and CBD, they naturally combined with our endocannabinoid system. And they help. So we basically produce our own cannabinoids. And these cannabinoids.
So it's like within the human body, like within our system, like our blood system.
Exactly. Like you don't need to smoke weed to have cannabinoids in you. And so, like this system regulates our sleep, our mood, and our hunger. And so now you can probably see like where cannabis might come into play, because like when you smoke, some people, they get like extremely hungry and then have the munchies and want to eat everything. Yeah, exactly. That's because there's a specific like chemical receptor that's binding with our natural processes.
Cannabinoids.
Our cannabinoid receptors.
Got it.
It's okay. Yeah,
it's a mouthful.
Scientific jargon. But so basically with this knowledge in mind that like, okay, we can kind of naturally play with our like mood levels or hunger levels, I can more consciously consume because I'm like being more aware of like my baseline when I'm not consuming cannabis. And how it looks like, or what's my desired effect after I consume. Is my desired effect that I'm going to go to sleep? Okay, then let me smoke a specific strain that has more like sleepy terpenes and cannabinoids that like will induce that effect in me. yeah, everybody's different.
Yeah.
Also, a lot of journaling is very helpful with this kind of stuff because, like, you got to start somewhere, and the way to, like, really understand what's going on with you is, like, by, like, noting it down.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll admit I'm not the best at that part,
Yeah.
but, like, you know, it's a work in progress.
Yeah, I guess journaling helps also with like memorizing everything down. Like you have a flow to like your thoughts, because it's usually chaotic when you're under influence. And you're right, like journaling does help that. It's a great I guess note-taking process.
Yeah.
Like just documenting your thoughts, and then once you go back to your thoughts, you're like, oh, I had that idea. Oh, great. I was so creative when I was...
Right. And you can, like, kind of, like, stir that creativity
Yeah.
again because you, like, left it there.
Yeah. Like you
At
have
least it's not in here,
Yes.
where sometimes it can get a little chaotic. And I
yeah.
think, like, even with me consuming, like, cannabis and then journaling or, you know, just, like, taking those notes, like, streamlines my thoughts.
Right.
Yeah, I did want to mention too, like, you asked me before, like, how I got into the, like, professional side of it. Yeah,
That's literally what I was gonna ask you next. Like, what are your plans with this whole idea you have? Like, do you have like a whole roadmap laid out, or are you just like, oh, let's go with the flow?
Nice.
Or how is it going for you now?
Yeah.
Like currently and in the future.
Yeah. So like when I'm gonna, to answer that, I have to go back
take
a
it
little
in parts.
bit. Right.
Feel free.
So when I first, like, when I graduated college, I moved out to New York from California for, like, a corporate job.
Okay.
And my field of study was, like, marketing, public relations, like, very social media heavy. Like,
You have
that
to
kind
be
of
a
stuff.
people's person, probably.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yes,
Yeah.
totally.
Yeah.
And I totally think I am that also.
Yeah.
But when I started working in, like, corporate America, I felt like a lot of restriction and a lot of, like, being put into a box. And I think for me, I just, like, could not
Do that.
handle it.
Not for you. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
It wasn't for me. I got laid off, and I was like, okay, damn, where do I go from here? Exactly.
Oh my God. Yeah.
And so all I knew at that time after I was laid off was that I wanted to stay in New York because it's
Where else would you be?
Exactly, it's amazing here.
Yeah.
So then I picked up like a what is it called, like a retail job,
Okay.
like a part-time retail job, just kind of like help myself
Keep it going. Yeah.
exactly
Yeah.
figure out
Yeah.
what am I gonna do next. And then, you know, I had these ideas of like, oh, like the cannabis industry, it's still
Maybe
a
it's
thing that
interesting.
exists.
Yeah,
Maybe
yeah,
this is the
yeah.
time, you know, because it had always been in my head that this is something I love.
Yeah.
And then, like, these are all periods of, like, moments of realizations that I've had over time.
Right.
One realization being that, like, why can't I just take my skills that I have in, like, marketing, event planning, coordinating, you know, customer relationship management, why can't I do that in the cannabis industry, which is a legal industry, at least in New York and other states. So that question alone is kind of what, like, again, made me drive my curiosity to see, like, where can I play with this? Where can I put my efforts in? Which is what led me to work at a licensed dispensary in Bushwick, which is where I'm currently at. And I'm a bud tender. So similar to like bartending, it's like
So what's that about?
right. Yeah. So bud tending is basically when you're like a sales associate in a dispensary, and I get clients from like, you know, young 21-year-old college students to like you know, aunties in their 70s.
Yeah.
And they're all just asking for like, oh, like, what weed should I get? Or like, I want a sativa.
Yeah.
And it's
Or
my
do they just tell you like what they want to feel, and then you kind of like suggest
exactly. So like, yeah, they'll be like, hey, I just wanna, I want a joint for the walk, like my walk back home. What should I get? And most of the time, people don't know what they want, because I don't know if you've ever like walked into a dispensary, but there's like so many options.
A gazillion things, yeah.
A lot of choices, it gets really overwhelming.
Yeah.
So that's where like a bud tender's job comes in, to like
Right.
help dissect the information and make it more digestible, so you can walk away with something that, or like a consumable product that you are happy with,
Right. That's interesting.
Yeah, and
that just sounds so fun, but I'm sure you have like difficulties in just doing that role. Like, have there been any moments like that, or were there any like speed breakers for you where you're like, oh shit, this is actually hard?
Yeah, I would say for me right now, the hardest thing being in this role is not so much the job itself, because, tending to people's needs and finding what's best for them is like something I just naturally like to do.
Yeah.
But I do think the harder part is being self-assured in my path.
Right.
And making sure, like, reminding myself that this is something I want to do, and that there is future growth here. So like, where I work right now is a very small business. Like, it's like a family business.
Right.
And the dichotomy of like me going from like a very large corporate environment to like a very small,
It's such a drastic change.
it is a drastic change, and it's like very eye-opening.
Yeah.
Because I learned a lot from both like environments.
Yeah.
But I think where I am right now, I am getting to learn a lot more. I'm getting the opportunity to wear more hats at once.
Right, that makes sense.
Right, because it's a small business. They don't have any like marketing teams.
And you can just take up all of that because you have it in you anyway. You have experience with all of this.
Exactly.
So it only makes sense for you to like step your foot a little in every door.
Yeah, and I feel like the cannabis space allows for you to like raise your hand, because it's a new industry, and take the stage if you want to.
Yeah, that sounds amazing though. So I've been learning a lot about this entire field and what you do with these and different talents that you have, spirituality, alchemism. We haven't spoken about your flow artist angle. So tell me a little about that. Like, I'm just really curious.
Yeah. So the flow art really stems from just a love for dance.
Yeah, okay.
I love moving my body. I love taking dance classes. I love learning about different cultures and their histories through dance styles. And so the flow art aspect comes from dancing with a prop.
Right.
And so this could look like, you might go to a festival and see like glovers, or like people with like light whips, or in my case, a hula hoop.
Yeah.
And so I don't know what it was about the hoop that specifically like I gravitated towards, but I just knew that I liked dancing with something.
No, that's funny, because I thought maybe you picked it up from maybe being a cheerleader at like high school events. I don't know, like, is that where it stemmed from?
Yeah.
Or were you?
I mean, that's so random and funny that you said that,
Oh
because
my God.
I was a cheerleader randomly in high school.
Wait, were you actually?
Yeah, but I don't
Okay,
really
I got it
promote
right.
that.
Amazing.
I don't really say that out loud, because that's like that's in the
I know,
industry.
there's a
That's in the
stereotype,
past.
there's a lot about it, yeah.
No, but I think it's like the dance aspect, and
Yeah.
like being in a group of people and being inspired by the ones around you, and like that back and forth of like inspiration, you know, like seeing others in the flow community, like in New York, right?
Yeah.
I started this practice, like flow art, on my own in COVID in California. But once I moved to New York, I just sought out like a meetup group that did hula hooping, and they were practicing, they were prepping for like there's like a dance parade that happens in New York every year. And that just opened me up to like this whole new community of flow artists and people who like love the same things that I love doing. So just being able to take my hula hoop out with me and then meet up with a friend at the park to like flow together is a very like healing, fun activity to do.
Yeah. I actually did try hula hooping before. It never worked out, so yeah.
You know,
you win in this aspect. So yeah, but there's different dance styles that I was gonna ask you, like what you were into. Like, is it like hip hop, or do you like try to like associate or relate flow artistry into like a specific mainstream trendier dance style? Did you like ever explore that?
Yeah, so I think my background is very like diverse with the types of dance that I would learn. Like I was saying, like my beginning was Kathak and Bollywood. But I just had a natural inclination towards like Hispanic, like, you know, like salsa, like
tango maybe.
Really?
Yeah,
I mean,
okay.
you could do tango, you could do salsa. Like, I just like had this groove in my body, which like I really liked moving to like groovy music. So like, there's a lot of like Afro beats classes that I've taken.
By the way.
Yeah, we love Afro beats. And then, you know, in college I was in a hip hop dance team. So they taught me a lot of like hip hop core movements, but also, you know, I got to take classes from like whacking professionals and voguing, and now more recently in New York, there are choreographers that I like to just take classes with. For example, like Image, there's a choreographer, her name's Ishita Milli. She does a lot of like fusion with all those genres of dance, plus house, plus chow, plus Bharatanatyam, and puts it all together. And so that's something that I also am trying to do with my flow art, with my hula hoop, with my just cultural passion for different types of dance, and just make my own dance journey.
I love that we're talking about this, because yesterday night I tried to do a Bollywood dance workshop with my best friend who I'm living with right now. And we just it was just so fun. It was my first time ever doing anything dance related in New York, or ever outside of my room. So yeah, no, that's lovely. I'm trying to kind of test that out for myself as well. So
how are you feeling about it?
It was good. It was on this song called Jera Nasha, and it was like a Bollywood fusion-y dance workshop. It was fun. I killed it.
I love that. Go you.
No, I'm joking. I did not, but it's okay.
It's just, you know, practice makes perfect. You just
literally
grab a friend, go to another dance workshop in the city, and like you just go from there, you know?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm trying to do. But I love that you're into dance. But I did have this one lingering thought about when we were talking about recreational cannabis. So I'm a healthcare professional. I work in public health. So I see a lot of data-related, infections-related data, substance use disorder, mental health, even violence. So I have a lot of, I guess, insights, factual data about how things work with substance use. And how did you educate yourself on how to sensitively step into this field? And how did you educate yourself to kind of disseminate like, medical benefits if someone comes up to you and asks you, why should I like what is this? Like what are the medical benefits for using this safely?
Yeah, and I would say to your point of like how to like effectively disseminate, you know, the medicinal benefits of cannabis knowledge is really important as a bud tender. Because I'm kind of like the first line of communication between the industry and the public. So.
And it also, I'm sorry to interrupt, but it also comes off really strong coming from a very younger aged brown woman. So yeah, how do you be mindful about so many things in your head when you're delivering like factual, medical, like facts, I guess, or information?
So I will say like partially where I got a lot of my learning and knowledge about cannabis in general, like the science and how to like compliantly talk about it and sell it in at least the New York State, is I got really lucky. I found this opportunity in the city where they paid you to be a student for about a month. They're called hospitality pathways, and
so they're just not like simple research studies, or are they like more planned out, and is there like a big process for you to get in?
So I would say the science of cannabis research is slowly coming out as legalization, as it gets legalized throughout the country. You know, so because there's very minimal research right now, that's why we're advocating for like legalization, decriminalization. And yeah, so some of the things that researchers have found out so far is that cannabis has a lot of medicinal benefits for, you know, cancer patients, for Alzheimer's, for physical pain and mental well-being. There's a lot of statistics coming out right now on how there is a positive benefit. And you know, I've had people come up to me in stores telling me like pretty personal stories about like, you know, they have like carpal tunnel, or like they have some type of like physical body pain, and they just want something to help alleviate that. And one thing that I always say before I start like offering suggestions to my customers is that I'm not a medical professional, you know, so you can't take my, you shouldn't take my word as like
the only thing.
Exactly. Like you should definitely get consulted by a medical professional, which is totally possible because the medical space is alive, and you can get a medical card to get that you know, medical help.
And it's also like it's very known that you can, if you do need it medically advised by a doctor or recommended by a doctor, you can just get access to it in the dosage that the doctor recommends. And it's not supposed to be taken lightly, because not personally, but like overall, like being in life sciences, I've seen a lot of people or patients get recovered from serious illnesses, like physical, mental, even like a few autoimmune conditions that they had. So it's pretty impactful.
You know, I think the use cases for cannabis consumption is very wide. And I was saying this to a friend once, like we were kind of just having a chat about like why we're so passionate about this plant. And it's that, you know, at the end of the day, we're all patients of cannabis because we, at least for me, like we're using it in a way that's helping alleviate daily struggles that make it harder for me to like push forward and trust myself and do things. So, you know, there's a lot of medical benefits, whether it be for like what is
different conditions.
Different conditions like that are very severe, or it could just be a way for you to help go to sleep at night when you're having struggles with that,
even if it's like a deep, impactful struggling condition mentally, or even just like so. Just I think, yeah, like just the medical benefits is something that it's kind of very personal and close to my heart, because that's I'm on the public health side, like on the medical side. So it's also very important for us as young people in this generation, in this world, to like kind of drive people to just see,
Right.
have a
Like open conversations.
like have a different vision than just
Right.
seeing it as, just don't take advantage of cannabis.
Right.
Just
I think it's like
know what you're doing, educate yourself,
Yeah.
researching is
have
more
a
important.
conversation without the idea of like bad or good, or bad or good, and instead just this is what it is.
Yeah.
How can we learn from each other and like grow and move forward?
Yeah, you
through
said
that,
it.
you know?
You said
Yeah.
it. Yeah. But enough of the deep technical talk about cannabis, but I do want to get to you now.
Cool.
So I just wanted to ask you so much about your background. Like, how did you grow up? Like, what's life for you? Like, what's going on? Just however you want to interpret that question, feel free, give me everything.
Yeah. So, you know, I'm, like I said, a big dancer. I love creating community and making spaces where I can like connect with other artists. I'd say like before anything, I would describe myself as an artist. Whether it be through like my fashion and clothing, or you know the music I listen to, or just like creating fun concepts with people. So yeah, I'm thinking about creating like a YouTube series.
Let's go.
Yeah, right. You know, gotta promote my own brand and build it up.
Are you planning to do fashion on your YouTube as well?
Yeah.
Really?
So I kind of wanted to just be a creative outlet for myself, where I get to know people in the community that I'm within, especially just here in New York. I feel like I've been meeting so many cool like dancers, artists, you know, producers, DJs, you know, and I would love to like bring people together into a space where like we can all share our own arts and create new projects through collaboration, because I think that's like really the biggest thing. And I know it's already happening out there in the world. Like people are definitely already doing what I'm saying. But I think the difference is like being true to myself and what I want. And if that includes cannabis, if that includes fashion, if that includes, you know, hula hooping, just like like being true to those core like passions of mine and letting that guide my journey.
For sure, yeah. Like even when you said like, oh, maybe probably everyone's in this space doing what I have in my head as an idea, but everyone has a different vision, and I'm sure you have like your own unique touch to your entire idea. So I'm excited for you.
Thank you. Yeah, and I think like, you know, I've been thinking about this phrase a lot for recently.
Go for it.
Which is like comparison is the thief of joy, and I feel like my journey is very unique and maybe a little taboo and unconventional, but by comparing myself to other people in the industry or other people who are just like, you know, who I think are doing better than me or whatever, like that's what's gonna stop my growth more than anything. So if there's anything that I would like leave with the world is just to like remember that you're your biggest teammate and your best friend, and it doesn't help to compare yourself, even though I'm sure it's hard, you know.
And not just in this field, like anything, like I'm sure you went through the typical brown academia pressure from your family.
Of course.
You
of
did.
course. Yeah.
Bingo. Yeah.
it-
Yeah, so it's like with everything you can just, yeah, but you're right. That's a great thought. But talking about family,
Yeah.
how did you grow up? How's your family like?
Yeah.
Were you like, do you fall under the stereotype of having a strict set of Indian parents, or were they like the unorthodox,
like super
cooler?
chill, cool.
Yeah.
I'm with the times.
They try so hard. It's so funny. It's so
so
embarrassing.
great. I actually love
Oh
it.
my
I think it's the funniest
we
thing.
love it. We just don't admit it on the outside.
Oh my gosh, no, my dad is actually like cooler than me. If you see like on his Facebook, like he's just like, you know, hosting
This uber
parties.
cool super dad.
He's a karaoke guy.
Oh wow.
I would describe my parents as like a good balance between
Right.
traditional values, like traditional Desi values that they brought when they immigrated here.
Yeah.
And that's what I grew up on, but also the understanding that we're in a new land of opportunities, like a land for like new environments. So yeah, they were totally open to like assimilating with the American culture. And I grew up with that sense of like diversity. So like all the
Right.
schools that I went to were very, very diverse.
Where
And
was your schooling? Like, did you move states, or were you just like one state and then you just happened to move to New York?
yeah, I was born in Wisconsin, which is super random.
Oh, the cheese state. The state
Yep,
of cheese.
the cheese state. Yeah, that's the only thing I
That's
know
the only
about,
thing.
actually.
I don't know anything else
Wisconsin.
about it. Sorry, but no
Yeah.
offense.
So, you know,
Yeah.
born there, we moved to the Bay Area.
Oh, okay.
Or I guess my parents moved to the Bay Area in 2000.
Okay.
And then I grew up there. So Bay Area is very like, there's a lot of Desi. There's a big Desi community there. So we were still connected
Yeah.
with that realm. Also, though, I think because I grew up most of my life in America, there was another journey. There was that journey of like discovering myself and my culture.
Do you call that identity crisis, or is that too strong?
There was a period of time
Yeah.
where I'd say it was an identity crisis because it was
Yeah.
like I was used to like, I guess, some self-hatred that stemmed from societal norms of
yeah.
how a beautiful person in America looks.
Yeah. The quintessential
Right.
standard of what beauty means, apparently.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so to like take yourself out of that, like I'm remembering a time where I wanted to wear like a lehenga or something
Yeah.
for Diwali to school, and then like, you know, like I would get bullied a little bit, and you know, people would be like, "Oh, why do you look like a Christmas tree?" And I'm like, you know, it's just part of the culture, I guess. I don't know. And yeah, that kind of like self-hatred stays with you.
Yeah.
Or I guess that bullying manifests into self-hatred over time. So I had to learn how to like
Yeah.
love my culture again
Yeah,
and
yeah.
rediscover it for myself rather than just what my parents were
Yeah.
telling me and showing me.
I do know how it works, not personally, but like through my friends who've grown up here or moved here very early on. And it's just hard listening to some of their stories. Like, it's just, there's like casual teasing here and there, but then it just gets very personal sometimes, and it just shapes their entire personality, like how you grow up. So I'm sure you know all about this.
Yeah. You're totally right. I think like, you know, there's like a Indian American cultural identity, especially like in this generation of young people. I think we're finding that identity and like stamping it as our own and being like, yeah, we are like,
yeah, I own it.
exactly,
Like, yeah.
we're owning it. And I think like I can see it in my own passions and careers with like dancing, but also mixing in, you know, Indian classical elements into it. Yeah, I think we're carving out our own identity and making a stand for ourselves, but while trying to remain rooted in our
Yeah.
culture.
Yeah. Speaking of roots, where are your roots from? I wanted to ask that. I so wanted to ask that since the beginning.
Oh my
but
gosh,
yeah.
really? Yeah, so I guess my roots are in like West Bengal. My family, I guess most of my family lived in Assam.
Okay.
So there's a lot of Bengali population.
Right.
That's also there. I don't know too much, honestly, about like the geography of
Right.
India and where my
Yeah.
family specifically came
Yeah.
from and whatnot. But like this last February, I did a solo trip to India. So without
Oh my
any
God, how was
parents
it?
or family. And it was amazing. It was
Yeah.
amazing. It was honestly very scary.
Yeah.
Because
Not surprising.
right,
Yeah.
everyone was telling me, you know, like you better be very safe, and
Safe.
it's dangerous. You know, that's like a pretty common known thing that some cities can be very dangerous.
Yeah, I hate to admit it, but it's kind of true.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. And I think I have this like very strong determination that like I'll be fine. So that's kind
Yeah.
of what I went into it with.
Yeah.
And somehow that also instills confidence like in my
For
own
sure, yeah.
parents
Yeah.
who were like not so excited about me going
Yeah.
out there by myself, but they knew that I had family there
Right.
that were going to be there to support me. And
Yeah.
I also knew that.
Yeah.
So because I went to India on my own, I was able to kind of see my roots
Yeah.
through my own lens.
Right. Yeah, I was gonna say that, like, yeah, like looking at it with your own set of eyes instead of your parents directing you and showing
Right.
you their version of India is
Right.
super
It
different.
makes a big difference.
Yeah.
And I will definitely, I'll say I'm always grateful and appreciative of everything that my parents have ever given me
Yeah.
and given me access to, you know, experiencing. And I'm also grateful that I was able to go to India to like really experience it as an adult
Yeah.
in this period of time because, yeah, I think I've just
If not now, when then?
Which part of India, what's the culture?
I was, yeah. You're good.
Alright, invite after this question. we'll continue.
Cool.
Okay.
Okay.
great.
So coming back. So yeah, West Bengal, Assam, and any other states that we're missing, or
I think like
Yeah.
Kolkata, that
Kolkata.
city
Yeah.
itself is
It
just
is in
like,
West Bengal, by
right,
the way.
okay, great. See, yeah, I did say that. Yeah,
Yeah.
the knowledge
Got
is not
it.
great, but yes.
Do your parents speak Bengali or like?
Yeah, when I grew up, they spoke like Bengali and English to me.
Okay, got
So I
it.
by my
That's your language. Then.
exactly
Yeah,
by my high school, I was able to like understand Bengali, but
Okay.
not speak it fully.
Right.
But actually, since I went to India, that gave me more practice. So
Really?
I can now hold at least 3-sentence conversation
Do you
in Bengali.
Do you want to say something to me in Bengali?
Oh
I
my
probably
gosh.
won't understand other
Okay.
than Ami to bhalobhashi, but
Ooh, okay, I can say Tumi khub sundor lakshi.
I got that.
You got
oh,
that?
thank you.
Great, great.
Okay,
cool.
perfect. Okay, we're cultured. Amazing. But what year did this happen in? Like your whole travel expedition thingy?
Ooh, meaning like from
Like what year did you go to India, like to travel solo?
Oh, right. This was this year.
Oh, so
alone.
very recent.
Very
okay.
recently. It's crazy because 2024 feels very like short but long. Like I did
Yeah.
a lot of things in 2024 alone that have like highly defined the trajectory
Yeah.
of where I'm going.
Yeah.
I don't know if you also feel like that.
Literally, I'm resonating with you. I did way too many things this year, and it's both good and bad. But
Right.
That's
All you
life.
can- yeah, that's life. And I think, you know, there's a lot of good outlooks for 2025.
for sure.
But yeah, I feel like I'm still learning about my culture to
Yeah.
this day, and I don't plan to stop.
Amazing. So I love that you traveled around India, and I just wanted to ask, what places did you find the most interesting, or did you even travel to many places, or
Yeah.
was it just your
Yeah.
home roots,
No, yeah.
states?
I had a planned route that I
You
was
had a
gonna go
whole
to.
ass itinerary.
Exactly,
Okay.
exactly. No, this was planned. This was a very planned.
Okay,
to the
okay.
T.
You weren't just backpacking around Europe kind of a thing.
No, I was pretty much with my family the whole
Okay,
time.
okay.
Almost the whole time. So I started in Kolkata with one of my aunts.
Okay.
She took me around Kolkata, showed me the city. There's also a place. I can't remember the name of it, but it's like
Give me a description. I'll
Right.
help you
it's
find
like
the
a
name.
safari type place, but it's all water.
Is it
and
a
there's-
national park?
And there's like
Okay.
Bengal, like the Bengal
Okay.
tiger is very known
Okay.
to be.
Jim Corbett.
Sundarbans. It's Sundarbans.
Oh, I thought it was Jim Corbett.
That I think is close by.
I think so, but okay.
Sundarbans is where they
Sundarbans,
took me
yeah,
to.
that makes sense.
They were like, "Oh, you might get
Yeah.
to see a Bengal tiger."
Did you?
No, because it was not
Yeah.
the season or whatever.
Yeah.
So
And tigers are also getting very extinct.
right,
Yeah.
that also.
Yeah.
And then the one place I was super excited to see was Varanasi.
Oh my god, that's my favorite place.
Yeah,
in
have you
India.
been?
Yes,
Okay.
multiple times.
Oh my
I
god,
love it.
it's
Yeah.
great. It's a beautiful, like area.
Yeah.
It's very like spiritually historical and like just very rooted in like deep spiritual Hindu culture.
Yeah.
And so I told my dad, I was like, if there's one place I'm going, it's gonna
It's
be
that.
Varanasi.
Yeah.
And so, I had some help from my family. They hooked it up and we got like a nice little tour. We got to go on the like Ganges River.
In the little boat thing?
Yeah, and the
Oh,
little
yeah.
boats. And we saw like an arti happening.
Yeah, I was gonna mention, like, it's the best time and you just get to sit in a boat and just
It's the coolest thing.
yeah,
and
it's
then
amazing.
you're just like floating by
Yeah.
and then casually you see like
Yep.
burning bodies just like on the river.
Oh my god, yeah, that's also very, I didn't know how to feel about it. It's not like, and there's also what they call sadhus. They apparently feed off the flesh.
Oh.
So I don't know if you knew that, but
I didn't
I
specifically
literally
know.
saw that with my own eyes when I was there,
Like them
long ago,
eating the
years
food.
ago. Not eating
Okay.
it, but not eating full-fledgedly, but like, they had the bodies with
Right.
them and they had like burnt ashes and stuff. It was
Yeah.
very interesting.
Yeah. So my cousins were like warning me like
Oh.
it's this place is not for the faint of heart. you
Yeah,
know,
it's
like-
not. Yeah.
Yeah. And I kind of was like, I just want to feel the energy
Yeah.
and see what it's about. Like again, like this is like my roots, you
Yeah,
know, and,
yeah.
and the spiritual background. So
Yeah.
it was very
Enlightening.
invigorating, surreal
Yeah.
experience. And then I also was supposed to go to Delhi, right? Because I wanted to see the Taj Mahal. I didn't get to do that because
Oh, I've never been there.
Oh,
so,
really?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was like a staple
No,
thing.
no.
Everyone goes to the Taj Mahal.
No.
Well, I was supposed to do that because I was really, I
Yeah.
just wanted to see it. But there was like farmer protests happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then my family was like, no. You stay in, I was in the corner of Assam at that point.
Okay.
And because my plans derailed, I was able to go to like the farthest edge of India,
Mm-hmm.
where they say it looks like Sweden, and it really does.
Oh.
So I basically had a derailing moment
Right.
in my trip where I really wanted something
Yeah.
to happen, and like outside forces
Yeah.
made it so that I couldn't do
Yeah,
that. But
yeah.
I got blessed. It was a blessing in disguise
For
because
sure. Yeah.
I ended up seeing like these beautiful
Yeah,
areas.
there's more locations like adjacent to Varanasi and even down the south. There's just so much more to do for you. But make another trip. I'm serious.
I think
you'd
there's
love
no
it,
way
yeah.
to do all of India.
Yeah, you need a lot of time. But
Yeah.
so that was one hell of a conversation. I loved it. I love learning about you, your background, what you're doing for your passion, and how you're trying to like hustle through life in general. So
Yeah,
that was an amazing
Thank you so
conversation.
much.
And yeah, like it's just a lot of insights, and I just like supporting just like newbies in their little
Right.
passion.
Career
Yeah,
journeys.
yeah.
Same,
So
you know.
I really hope it works out for you.
Thank you so
I do
much.
have a fun segment for you.
Cool.
We're gonna go to the rapid fire round,
Okay.
and I hope you have fun with these games. So just treat it like one of your drinking games, and yeah. Who's your favorite celebrity? Let's go there.
Yeah. The first person that came into my head was James Franco.
Really?
Mostly because partially
Not judging. No, I'm just
No, yeah.
I'm joking. I'm joking. I'm not judging.
It's okay. It's fine, you know. I think because he's very like a very like erratic person, but he's also very talented.
Yeah, that I know. Yeah.
I like some of his like movies where he is not being so serious.
Right.
Yeah.
So, since we were talking a lot about India, have you tried Indian snacks before?
Some things here and there.
Yeah, so Suma Foods is trying to redefine the way we experience Indian flavors and the cuisine by crafting these amazing, authentic, fresh, genuine Indian snacks freshly right here in New Jersey. And they use only high quality ingredients to produce a lot of sweet snacks, and they're trying to distribute that soon all over the country so that good, authentic Indian snacks reach into every crook and nook of this country. And yeah, it's just like every bite is like a celebration of success and like yeah, it's all about genuine Indian flavors instead of like other influences. So if you're hungry, do you want to try some of them?
Yeah, I do.
Do you want to know what those are
Right,
called?
I don't
Do you
know.
even know what those are called?
Listen, this is chanachur. This is a biscuit. tell
Both
me,
are
tell
wrong.
me about it.
I'll tell you about it. So in my language, Telugu, they're called, so this is called gavalu. It's like a sweet, it's a dessert.
Nice.
And this is save, which is like universal at this point. Everyone knows about it. And this is like a biscuit kind of a thing. It's savory, and this is savory as well. It's called murukku in Tamil and Telugu. So I know it's a lot of names. I'm pretty sure you don't remember them, but you want to try them, you can try them if you're hungry.
Right.
Just don't want to seem like we don't have snacks for you here.
You know, this looks
Okay, so let's try this first.
okay. I haven't had sweet biscuits.
Okay, tell me, do you remember the name of that thing?
No.
It's called gavalu.
Gavalu.
Gavalu, yeah.
Gavalu.
Yeah.
Oh, I kind of recognize this flavor.
Did you have it before? Okay. You want to try that or that?
Let me try this one.
Okay.
Okay. What's this one called again?
It's called murukulu in Telugu.
Murukulu.
Yeah.
What are they made out of?
Like rice flour and like really good quality rice flour. I tried it before, so it was really good. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That one hits. And get some of the spice and
Yeah.
flavors in it.
Yeah, it's just not influenced by any other cuisines or flavors. It's like what
Solely.
people make in India.
Yeah.
So
This
yeah.
reminds me of like at home hangouts
Yeah,
with
yeah.
family.
Yep.
And they just pour some.
Yeah. Yeah, we have a lovely sponsor, so please indulge in all of their collection and their snacks. So enough about food, but what's your go-to poison? Like, are you into drinking or?
Ooh, I would definitely have to say tequila.
Really?
Yeah.
Because we have a great sponsor with us right here. It's called Loca Loca, the brand name. And the first Loca means crazy in Spanish, and the second Loca means world in Sanskrit, universe.
Wow.
So it's a very creative name, and the brand lives up to its name. It's a few shots down, and your world is literally going to be spinning around in a really good way. So it's this, yeah. It's born in India, and it's manufactured, made everything in Mexico, and they're all available around the country right now. So please indulge in this brand if you like tequila, because it's a wild ride. You're gonna love it.
I'm trying to get Loca Loca.
Loca.
So, I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you so much for doing this with me. And it's honestly been such a nice, free-flowing conversation, just getting to know about you and what you do. And I have a little something for you from Suma Foods.
Wow.
So here it is. Hope you like it.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
Yeah, it looks
Wow.
cute as well.
This
the
is
packaging.
beautiful. Do y'all see
Yeah,
this
yeah.
right now? Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for
You're welcome.
hosting.
Thank you so much for being here. Honestly, it's
This
been
is
so
super fun.
Yeah.
I love this. Thank you, Suma Foods, for the gift. Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, I mean, thank you so much for having me on your podcast. I feel very blessed to be able to even get a chance to talk about what I am passionate about and what I care about. And, you know, you guys giving me the opportunity to do this just helps me feel confident in my own career goals. And this was really awesome. You're really great at asking questions and making me feel comfortable. And yeah, I can't wait for the future and 2025. And I'm excited for us to all grow and learn. And
Yeah,
continue.
we're ending this on a really good note at the right time because New Year's is coming.
Exactly. This is the perfect time to celebrate and, you know, drink some Loca.
We have the
Get
New Year's
loca.
set up right here.
Right here
Yeah.
at our fingertips. Isn't that beautiful?
All right. Sounds cool.
Thank you.
Yay.